question. This is total angle is given as 110. Now look at this triangle. Okay, this is an isosceles triangle because there are two equal angles. No, these two sides are equal with each other. So from 180, when you subtract 110, that will give you 70 degrees. 70 degrees is the sum of these two angles. These two angles sum would be 75. But those two are equal as well because this is an isosceles triangle. No? Sum of these two angles are 70. How I found? 180 minus 110, that would be 70. Then after that, 70 was splitted into two equal values. So 70 divided by 2, that is 35. Okay, 35 is the angle here and here. This is 35 degrees. And this one also 35 degrees as well. 35 degrees, and here also 35 degrees. Now look at this. Okay, now look at this. By using the same chord, this chord is creating two angles. This chord is creating one triangle on this side and another triangle on this side. So the intersection at circumference are equal. No? So if this angle is 35, x1 also equals to 35 degrees as well. X also would be 35. I'll repeat once more. From 180 we subtracted 110, that is 70. 70 into divided by 2 because that is an isosceles triangle. Then after 70 divided by 2, 35. According to our previous theorem, we found x as 35. For the second one, it's way easier than the first one. Okay, let's see. If it's 40, okay, according to the theorem, according to the chord theorem, this one also would be 40 degrees as well. 40 because the same 2 points creating two angles on the circumference in same segment area. So if this one also 40, if it is 60, this one also 60. Think about it. Interior angle sum in a triangle, so that would be 180. From 180, when you subtract 60 plus 40, 180 minus 100, that will give you 80 degrees. 80 degrees would be the magnitude of x. 80 would be the magnitude of x in this case. Easy. 40, 40, 60, 60. So interior angle sum 180 minus 100, that will give you x as 80 degrees. That's all. Then in the third question, this is an isosceles triangle because these two sides are equal. No? So if it's 50, this one also would be 50 degrees as well, according to isosceles theorem. Then interior angles of a triangle 180. From 180, when you subtract 50 plus 50, 100, that will give you this angle as 80. So that is the exact magnitude for x also. X is also 80 degrees because these two triangles are okay. These angles are same. No? According to the chord theorem, those angles are same. Then let's look at our next question. This angle is 110. Okay, this is given as 110. Look at this triangle. In this triangle, this is an isosceles triangle, no? Because these two are equal likewise. So 180 minus 110, that is 70. 70 divided by 2, that is 35. So each of these angles are 35. This is 35 and this one also 35 degrees. 35 degrees. And then, yeah, look at this one. We can find this angle also as well. Okay, this angle from 180. Okay, just look at this line. This angle sum 180. From 180, when you subtract the pre-existing 110, that will give you this angle as 70 degrees. Okay, 70 degrees. I think no need to find this angle. So this would be 70. Okay, so this is also an isosceles triangle. In this isosceles triangle, 70 minus from 180, when you subtract this 70, that will give you 110. Okay, just look at this yellow color triangle, 110. That 110 should be divided into two equal portions because that is an isosceles triangle. No? So this one 55, this one 55. So if it is 55, x also equals to 55 as well. X also equals to 55 degrees according to isosceles triangle theorem. Then here this is 70, so this one would be also 70 degrees. 70, 70. Isosceles triangle, think about this triangle. So here with 70, This one also 70. From 180, look at the pink color triangle. 180 minus 140, that will give you the x as 40 degrees. X as 40 degrees in this case. Isosceles triangle. Here we used only three theorems. Chord theorem, interior angles, and isosceles triangle theorem. That's all. Easy. In these questions, if this angle is 120, let's think about the angles on a straight line. Adjacent angles on a straight line 180. From 180, when you subtract the pre-existing 120, that will give you this interior angle as 60. According to the chord theorem, okay, chord theorem, this angle and this angle both are same, no? So if it's 60, this angle also would be 60. Now think about here. A straight line, the adjacent angles would be 180. So from 180, when you subtract this known angle, the known angle 60, that will give you x as 120 degrees. X as 120 degrees. That's all. Similarly, let's think about our second question. If it is 50, this angle also would be exactly 50, no? Think about it. This chord is creating two triangles on the same side of the segment, 50 and 50. So the exterior angle in a straight line, the adjacent angle sum would be 180, no? So 180 minus 50, that will give you x as 130 degrees. Similarly, this is also an isosceles triangle. So if this angle is 30, vertically opposite angle, that would be 30. According to interior angles of a triangle, remaining 150 should be divided by two equal parts, equal portions. 150 divided by 2, that will give you 75 degrees. So this one and this one both are 75. 75, and this one also would be 75 as well. Now think about the chord theorem. If this one is 75, this one also 75. This is 75, this one also 75. Think about this straight line. If this is 75, x would be 180 minus 75. X would be 180 minus 75. That will give you x as 105 degrees. 105 degrees. Okay, think about these theorems. These theorems are not that difficult. It's little easier than the previous theorems. Okay, think about a chord. Without chord also you can think. Here there is no any chord, no. This angle and this angle, the same chord. You can imaginarily draw a chord and determine these two angles would be equal. Otherwise, here there is a chord, no. So accordingly, we found 75, 75. Here also 75, 75. 180 minus 75. That will give you the straight line's adjacent angle as 105.